welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's enjoying the 0.24 patch. I'm going to be showing a little bit of Glop's gameplay with the T72m2. This is a Polish modification of the T72, and this game was a little bit weird because I started the game late because it actually crashed and it reloaded me back in, so I got a bit of an odd start to this one. I didn't get to play the entire game, but it was still fun and get to show off a little bit of gameplay with this vehicle. So I'm on Narrows and I'm pulling up to the middle of the map, and this is honestly really not a very great place to be. Not very often you get great outcomes going into the middle of the map like this, but sometimes it works out. I mean, I hit that guy. Turned out okay, and it's Markava, so I gotta try and not get caught by him too much. Thought I could maybe shoot him in the back again, but that didn't work out. But end up bouncing a shot from that guy, shoot him back on the move. I think it was a Stingray, yeah. And spot a guy in the back hill, so I'm gonna take a blind shot. Pretty sure I hit him, but I don't think I pinned him. But managed to bounce a couple shots there, so not a bad result. The T72 frontally, the armor's not too terrible. The upper plate's fairly strong. The lower plate's trash. Sometimes, I guess, higher power stuff can probably just slam right through the front of the turret, but you've got to be, it depends on what's shooting at you, and I was able to bounce quite a few shots in this game, so it didn't turn out too badly. And I'm applying a little bit of middle pressure, which it's decent because so much of the tanks on my team are on the other side of the map. So it's sometimes not a bad thing to be shooting at other guys on the other flank just to divert attention, which is a decent strategy sometimes. And I wasn't top tier in this game, so I'm pretty sure I wasn't top tier. Looks like there's tier 7s on the enemy team. So managed to get some pretty okay shots here. You can see the gun's fairly accurate. It's a 125mm gun. Does round about 600 damage for the most part, give or take a little bit. But you can see the front's all plastered with ERA armor, and a bunch of it's been smacked up a little bit. So we got shots at the side of that Merkava there. Everyone was, uh-oh, there's a big bomber flying by, dropping bombs on everyone. So you got to be careful. And I got some shots in the side of him, so I'm going to try and take them. But maybe that shot went in. Hopefully. But I'm going to try and line up beside these rocks here, and it's... Okay, got that guy. Fantastic. But I know the Merkava is somewhere in the back here, and he gave me a little bit of his side, so I'm going to try and pen him. It didn't work out fantastically well for me, so end up popping smoke. And honestly, I should have just turned around and drove out of there, but that guy had a pretty good beat on me. He knew I was there and I was tracked, or my engine was knocked out. So sometimes you just end up dying because you run into a tank that has a better gun than you. The Merkava can shoot a lot in a short span of time, so ended up getting wasted there. But Glops is a forgiving mode because if you die once, it doesn't mean you die forever, which is kind of why I like it, because it promotes a little bit of risk-taking. You don't necessarily die every time you try and do something different, and it lets you learn the maps a little bit better because it's a little bit more forgiving, but it's also... I don't know, I just like this mode. It has its issues, but the new map, I was actually able to play the new map the other day, and I'll be putting up a little bit of gameplay of that later in the week, I think. Pretty open map, lots of camping areas actually. You can get into a little bit high vista spots, and yeah, it's pretty wide open. There's a big mountain range off to the right side, and there's like a highway that you can go through it. So it's pretty interesting. If you can get into a Glops game, and I really recommend if you're going to play the game to try out Glops and try and get into that map if you can. But yeah, it's pretty decent. It's definitely better than some of the maps that are in Global Ops, like the Frozen one. I forget the name of it, but I really despise it. I can't remember the name. But back to the game here. A little bit of driving around, getting up here into the C cap. So got a shot at this guy. Can't really see too much, so gonna keep moving up. And I took the shot there, even though I probably wasn't gonna pen, but I took it anyway, and managed to bounce a shot from him. So I'm gonna be able to kill him there. So that was good. And now this guy on my team has someone to be held down against, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna reload again. And when I'm reloaded, I'm gonna see if I can spot anything, but everything's all pretty smoked here, so not really spotting a heck of a lot. But I do catch the side of a leopard in the side and knock his engine down a peg, so that's never bad. And yeah, he's dead, so don't have to shoot at him anymore. And we got tank destroyer not being very careful. He gets filleted pretty quickly. So not a bad result. And another thing that it's a good idea to do is to, when you take a cap, kind of push past the cap into cover, and then it kind of forces the enemy back. So this was a bit of a fun game because my guys on my team were pretty proactive in that regard, and we were able to push forward and really prevent them from getting in here. And we were winning pretty handily on tickets, and there wasn't really too much to risk here. So not too much to shoot at. I was hoping this guy would turn his turret a little bit and managed to pop him, so that was a good result. And I guess gonna keep pulling forward a little bit more. Their tickets are dropping pretty rapidly, so this one is pretty much in the bag. There was a lot of tanks up here, so I didn't want to get too greedy, but the tank's pretty decent hull down, so you're not gonna be too bad if you need to drop back into a depression somewhere. Like I got a little lake behind me here, so it was pretty much end of game now, so no point in really hanging back. So I decided to drive around the left side of the container here and see if I could put a round into this fella. And the game's almost over, and managed to pin him there. So yeah, the T72m2, fairly mobile, decent armor, okay gun. It's just an all-around average to above average kind of tank. Nothing too special about it, but it's fun and it generates decent credits. Like this game here, it's a tier 6 premium. It's gonna pull in like 244,000 credits, which isn't bad. Decent amount of, that's not even on a lot of damage really. Obviously tier 6 and tanks are gonna not output like 25-30,000 damage like some of the higher tier games, but you know, I was mid part of the pack, so not too bad for a tank that I didn't even get to play the whole game, so ended up getting a decent amount of kills out of it, and actually pretty nice experience for the commander as well. So yeah, that's a bit of gameplay in the T72m2 tier 6 premium tank Armored Warfare. Check out the game. It's available on mobile and on PS4, so if you don't have PC, look at those platforms as well. Give me a like.